You ever make a mistake so bad you think about it for the rest of your life? Well, this man did. He walked away from what would have made him $300
billion.
And he did it for just $800. This is the story of Ronald Wayne, the forgotten co-founder of Apple. The year is 1976. Three guys sit in a garage in California. Steve Jobs, Steve Wozniak, and Ronald Wayne. They had a dream: build computers and sell them to the world. Jobs was the hype man, Woz was the genius engineer, and Ronald, well, he was the adult in the room, literally. At the time, he was 41 years old. The other two were in their early 20s. Ronald helped write the contracts. He designed Apple's first logo. He owned 10% of the company. But guess what? Just 12 days later, Ronald Wayne backed out. He gave up his 10% and took $800 in cash. Why, you ask? Well, because he was scared. See, Ronald had a house. He had bills. He had a job. And if Apple failed, he'd be personally responsible for the debt. So he said, nah, I'm out. I mean, he thought he was being smart. He thought he was avoiding risks. But really, he walked away from the bag. Now let's do the math. If Ronald had kept his 10% stake in Apple, today, at this moment, it would be worth over $300 billion. That's more than Oprah. That's damn near the level of Elon. At least for a while. But instead, he sold it for less than, believe this, an iPhone costs today. Apple became one of the biggest companies in the world, and Ronald, well, he faded into history. Now listen, before you judge him, ask yourself, how many times have you played it safe? How many times have you been scared when deep down you knew you had something special? See, Ronald Wayne teaches us something powerful. The biggest risk might be not taking one at all. You miss every shot you don't take. He chose comfort over belief. He chose his safety over the vision. And guess what? It cost him everything. Ronald Wayne is still alive today, and his current net worth is estimated to be around $400,000 to $1 million, depending on the source. But check this out. He never owned Apple stock again after selling his 10% in 1976. He later received $1,500 more to give up any future claims that he had against Apple. He ran a stamp business and lived a modest, quiet life in Nevada. He's done some interviews, written books, and sold some of the original Apple documents, but he never re-entered the tech world. So the next time you feel fear creeping in, stop and ask yourself, am I running from failure or am I running from greatness? Because sometimes 800 feels good, especially in this economy. Well, at least until you realize it just cost you $300 billion. That's right. Apple is now worth over $3 trillion. And Ronald's 10% would have made him one of the richest people on earth. But instead, he lives like a regular guy, while Apple became an empire. And maybe that's what he wants. Who's to know? But this is wealth mode. I just want you to let that sink in. His bag was real, but the fear was louder. And the chance, it never came back. So, let's learn the hard lessons so we don't live them. This is wealth mode.